Hey, so welcome, dear viewers. Happy welcome from both of us to this LinkedIn Live. Another 15 minutes on a really fascinating topic. It is called Breaking the Myth of Following Your Passion. We're going to deconstruct that because we all know this, you might know this, it's a really positive advice, follow your passion, but actually it can also be a limit to our success. And we're going to deconstruct that with lovely Maria Luisa Engels and myself, Dr. Alex Steinberg. So may I first of all hand over to you, Maria Luisa, to introduce yourself.
Thank you so much, Alex, and welcome to the next episode. I'm Maria Luisa, and maybe some of you know me already. I have reinvented myself. I have spent many years in the corporate environment, and now I am independent consultant, trainer, coach, and sketchnote author. And I'm happy to have this very exciting collaboration with Alex. So I hand out to you,
Thank
Alex.
you. Yes, and myself, I am a positive energy coach and a social psychologist with many years of working in corporate life, in consultancy, and many other different roles. But actually, there's one re-emerging theme, which is positive energy. And that's what we're hoping to give you. Now, with today's LinkedIn session as well, we have a very important message, which is our course. And you see at the top left-hand side, or for you, I guess it's the right-hand side, you see a QR link. Please scan that. That gives you direct access to a free initiation session. We have created this great course. It's a course how to create a roadmap to your dreams in just 7 days, 15 minutes, a very easy course, but a high impact course, because we are limitless beings as human beings. Why should we succumb to limits? Self-limits and limits of the social world. And that's what leads us to our topic now, the myth of following your passion. Now, also, before I ask the first question to Maria Luisa, please feel free to use the comments box or the chat box as you wish. You can ask any questions by typing in your questions while we talk. Those questions that we can deal with immediately, we will deal with immediately. And those questions you might have for future sessions, please feel free to tell them, because we are doing these LinkedIn Lives now monthly to help you reach your goals, your objectives, and your success. Now, first question, the myth of following your passion. Why is this whole concept so big and so overwhelming? Why does it always sound so much like, okay, what do I do now?
Yes, yeah. Well, I don't know if the correct word is overrated, but everybody's talking about passion, and maybe there's something that happened before in history that we could live our passions. So there's something about that, but not passion alone is not enough to make it a success. And that's why I wanted to talk about this today. So let's understand what is passion. So passion is something that you really love to do. It's what motivates you, what makes you start moving. And maybe you have seen the sketch note we have created for this event, and if not, you can see it in the comments on LinkedIn. Passion is like a plane that helps you start, so it ignites you. But you have to do something extra to keep it going, to keep it moving, and to keep it, especially when it's hard. So that's why passion is just not enough. But however, it is necessary.
Now, what is exactly, you said there's something extra. What is the secret sauce? What is the thing we need extra to make that passion work and get flying? Let's use that lovely image of the plane.
Yes, it's interesting because if you take a look to history and you see all these personalities that really did great things, even very talented people. Let's take Mozart. Let's take Serena Williams. So in every field, really people that excel, there is a combination of talent and passion, but there is a combination of hard work and discipline. So Mozart, even as a child, was training 5 to 6 hours a day, and he was very talented. So
Exactly.
it proves that talent and passion is obviously not enough. So there is a strategy behind, there is a process behind that. It's kind of boring. And this is the hard part about excellence.
Exactly. And the discipline, as you're mentioning it, this showing up every morning again for what your project is, your objective. Now, talking about objectives and the discipline, what would you recommend with your experience? What is actually let's go back again to the image of the plane. What is the motor that keeps us going? Or like even referring to your own projects, what keeps you going in that discipline? What are the techniques you use?
Yes, there's a combination of tools. Many people, the most difficult part of change and of achieving things is not setting the goal. Setting the goal, well, it may be difficult for some people because many people don't know what a passion is. And we connected it to the first question. So we are in a era where we have all possibilities open, and this may be overwhelming for some people because you have to choose. And you want to do all things. You want to do so many things. So what happens? You start with one thing. You get discouraged because you don't bring what is necessary to make it successful. Then you go for the next. The same happens. Or you may start and then switch and then you go back. So there is no focus. So the first thing I would say is really keep focus. Do one thing at a time and keep the end in mind. So visualize yourself as achieving the goal already. Can you believe it? Can you believe it is possible for you? So start working on that. Not only that you imagine, but also that you feel that is already a reality. So that's the first step. Yeah, at the beginning will be very easy. It's like the New Year's resolution. Yeah, we see it ourselves in summer are gonna look very good and very healthy. But then you go after 2 weeks, it's hard because it's raining and it's a bad day and you don't want to leave your home.
Exactly. And this is where the discipline sets in. Exactly.
And, that comes the discipline into place. Yes. So first thing is keep the end in mind. The second one is establish a set of routines that are non-negotiable. Means when you are feeling, when your body tells you, you can skip one day, for example, then you say, no, I decided nothing gonna be in between my goals and myself. So I'm gonna do it even I don't feel like today.
Exactly.
And this is how you create a new habit.
And the habit creation technique, we actually cover that in our course, don't we? Because it is something that at the beginning, as you outlined, is very easy, but then there are some mindset strategies that we need to then keep it going in everyday life. As you just mentioned earlier, it might then become very boring. And there's always this social assumption that success is not about being boring in everyday life, but part of success is we have boring parts of success as well, don't we? And this is what we cover. And this is where mindset comes in, because the success mindset of today is all about being able to focus in towards yourself and to also go outwards and say, okay, what of the social world is now, or what do I take out of the social world to focus on? So it's this going inwards and outwards at the same time. You mentioned that at the beginning, isn't it?
Yes. It's a mindset topic. In fact, the most successful people are not the most intelligent or the most capable, but are the ones that are not giving up. So the ones when there's a problem, they figure out, they try something else. They don't, it's about not giving up. And there is a very interesting interview of Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon, talking about this topic of passion that we're talking about today. He's saying exactly the same as we are saying. So passion, whenever somebody comes and tells me about passion, I wouldn't hire that person only because he's passionate. So it's really about not giving up, even if you're not the best in class, because these are the ones that at the end succeed.
Even if it becomes difficult. And now, if we might also give another example out of our personal lives, and we had many parallels in our personal life and in our funding successful entrepreneurial businesses, was this thing about, you mentioned that briefly before, how about if you can't decide what to focus on? I mean, focus is important, but it is also possible, we both experience that, to combine things in a new way, isn't it? This ability as well, or this openness to say, okay, seems like I'm focusing on that now, there's this new thing coming my way. Now what do? Do I keep the focus and reject the other one, or is there maybe a creative way to combine it? And there is also a mindset technique on that, this combination, right? Would you like to say something about that?
Yes, I mean, we all are. We are beings that have many talents. I believe this. I believe every human is a creative being, but through our socialization system and education, we limit ourselves to do just one or two things. And the first, it starts in school already and in the family. And there are experiments with children really following by from of 25 years, making intelligence tests and creativity tests. And you see that the amount of creativity reduces as the group gets older. So means I always have believed this, that you see it in the hobbies that people do. This is where the soul is, where they really feel alive and themselves. But they close the door to the hobbies when when Monday starts, and then they have to go to work again. So I had this with me. I've been a painter since ever, and I love to do this. And I was wishing myself I could make money with my paintings, but this is something you don't even try because you know it's not gonna work.
And there's an assumption in society that you can't live off that, right? But
Yeah.
your experience shows, and please have a look, dear viewers, at the fantastic sketch notes Maria Luisa does. Your experience shows that you can combine it most successfully with what you're doing now in terms of business. It's actually a perfect combination, isn't it?
It is, and it was not intentional. It really happened out of sharing my knowledge in a way that is entertaining. So that's why I started really doing that and publishing, and because I love the two things. I love drawing and I love my business, and that was a perfect merge for both. And this is the particular way I found to combine two things that I really love.
And how you followed your passion, right?
Yes, that's following my passion.
You combine two things. So you were able to combine two things as a new focus. So it doesn't mean, dear viewers, that you only have to focus by eliminating other things you love. You know, that's also important. We don't have to eliminate stuff. We can combine and create new combinations of things.
And I think we're really opening the doors to some time where these kind of things is going to be more and more possible. To
In
just
our new world, yeah.
you go to ChatGPT and you tell ChatGPT, I love to do this, and I love to do that, and I love to do this, and working with groups and teaching children, whatever. Put it all together, ChatGPT, and ask ChatGPT. What
To give
could be
you
a way to
inspiration.
combine all these
Exactly.
things? And you get some ideas there. So, and I think we really have more time in the future to pursue that passion and to make it meaningful. Even if you want, you can make a business out of that.
Exactly. And that leads us to the topic we've chosen for the next LinkedIn Live in February, 15th of February. Dear viewers, please mark that in your diaries and tell your friends. It is going to be a session on the multi-potentials of our world. And you, dear viewers, are those multi-potentials. And we want to encourage you to bring that out, to actually live that. We actually, both of us are doing that at the moment as well in our lives. So please feel free to also get in touch after the LinkedIn Live if you have any questions, because this is such, as you just said, such an inspiring time where more and more this actually gets possible to bring the most out of our lives, actually by combining what we love doing most.
Absolutely. I think I am convinced that the new, we're just at the beginning of a revolution that is going to change society and the way we work and the way we live together.
Absolutely, yeah.
And we will have much more time really for ourselves, to what it's called self-realization in the pyramid of Maslow, which is the top of the pyramid. We never had that opportunity in history before because we were too busy in working to make a living. But now we have much more resources. So it's an opportunity. Could be scary for some that they don't know what to do with their lives, but it's an opportunity, and I think it's really amazing. And yeah, I'm just very open for that.
Exactly. So, dear viewers, we are at the end of our today 15 minutes. Please feel free to join in again on the 15th of February. We'll send the link out as usual as an invitation. And thanks for joining today. It was a great pleasure. Thank you, Maria Luisa. Do you want to mention again the course?
Yes, I wanted to mention it exactly. If you really want to learn the science of habits and you don't want to wait any longer until the next episode, please take a look to our free course where we teach you in a few steps, in 7 steps, what is necessary for you to create a new life for yourself, to start pursuing that what is inside and wants to go out. You will find all the links in the comments on the event on LinkedIn.
Thank you. And thanks, dear viewers, for joining us. See you next time.
See you next time, and thank you for listening. Bye-bye.
Bye.